Some Best Buy TV deals look incredible on paper. Huge discounts, open box excellent labels, and flashy demo walls that make every screen look premium. But here's the shocking part. Many of these deals hide major downgrades that normal shoppers never catch. Behind the bright blue signs are model number tricks, bait-tier versions of big-name TVs, and displays running in demo mode that make weak panels look stunning. And the people who get hit the hardest? Seniors and everyday buyers who just want a dependable TV for a fair price. They walk in expecting honesty and walk out with a retail-only variant that performs nothing like the reviews they saw online. The cost? You're paying extra for crippled models, getting stuck with TVs that can't be price matched, and being pushed into expensive warranties you don't need all, while retailers use more exclusive model numbers and demo mode manipulation than ever before. Today, we're breaking down the biggest Best Buy TV traps in 2025. The stuff that looks harmless, even helpful, but ends up costing you picture quality, money, and long-term value. Because when you understand the tricks, you stop falling for them. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which deals are real and which ones are designed to mislead. Let's expose the truth. Let's start with the trap you see the second you walk into the TV section. Every single TV on that display wall looks bright, colorful, and premium. Samsung QLEDs pop with vibrant reds. LG OLEDs glow with deep blacks. Even budget Hisense models look flagship quality under those lights. But here's what's really happening. Every TV is running in demo mode or vivid mode. This setting cranks up color saturation to absurd levels, boosts brightness way beyond what's comfortable at home, and hides poor black levels and motion blur behind eye-catching visuals. It's designed to make cheap panels look high-end. And it works especially well on seniors and casual buyers who compare TVs by eye. They see two TVs side by side, one costs $300, the other costs $1,000, and under that bright store lighting, they look nearly identical. The problem? When you get home, turn off demo mode, and watch in normal lighting conditions, that budget TV suddenly looks washed out, flat, and nowhere near what you saw in the store. Here's the part Best Buy hopes you skip. The store lighting itself is part of the illusion. Showroom floors are lit with ultra-bright overhead lights that boost even mediocre TVs. It's like judging a car engine by how shiny it looks in the showroom. You're not seeing what actually matters. So bottom line, never judge a TV by how it looks under store lighting. Always check reviews based on calibrated home testing. Because what looks amazing on the showroom floor might disappoint you the moment you unbox it at home. Now we're getting into dangerous territory. You're looking at what appears to be a normal Samsung, Hisense, or Sony model. The price seems reasonable. The sales associate says, it's a great deal. You pull the trigger, but here's the issue. That model number doesn't exist anywhere else. You can't find it on the manufacturer's website. You can't find professional reviews. You can't compare prices on Amazon or Costco. It's a retail-only exclusive, and that's intentional. Why do stores love these models? Because they block price matching. You can't walk into Best Buy with an Amazon listing and ask them to match it because the model literally doesn't exist anywhere else. You're stuck with whatever price they're charging. And here's what makes it worse. These retail-only models are sometimes stripped down. They might be missing gaming features like variable refresh rate. They might have fewer HDMI ports. They might use weaker panels or cheaper speakers than the standard version you'd find online. Seniors think the brand name guarantees quality. They see Samsung and assume it's the same quality as the Samsung their friend bought online. But it's not. It's a special version made just for retail stores, and you have no way to verify what's been changed or removed. Most people never notice this, but now you will. So here's what you do. If you can't find the exact model number on the manufacturer's official website, pause. Search for professional reviews. If none exist, walk away. It's that simple. Let's talk about open box deals, because this one catches a lot of people. On the surface, these look like incredible savings. A $1,200 TV marked down to $800 because the box was opened? That sounds like a smart buyer move, right? But here's what most people don't know. Best Buy has multiple open box grades. There's excellent, satisfactory, good, and fair. Only one of these is actually safe to buy. Open box excellent usually means the TV was returned quickly, barely used, and includes all original accessories. That's the only grade you should even consider. Everything else, good, fair, satisfactory, hides real problems. These are often display models with hundreds of hours of burn-in. They're missing stands, missing remotes, or missing cables. And because they're open box, they're not eligible for price matching, they have shorter return windows, and sometimes they come with restocking fees. Seniors see the discount and think open box equals same TV but cheaper. But display models have been running in vivid mode for months. They've accumulated image retention. They've been handled by dozens of shoppers. You're not getting a gently used TV, you're getting a well-worn floor model. And here's the thing that really bothers me about this. The discount often isn't even that good when you factor in the risk. You're saving maybe $200 to $300, but you're giving up warranty protection, return flexibility, and peace of mind. For most people, that math doesn't work out. So stick with open box excellent only, and even then, confirm low usage hours and that all accessories are included. Everything else is a gamble you're going to regret. Walk into any Best Buy, and the first thing you see is the end cap display. Giant Samsung logo, sleek LG branding, premium Sony signage. These TVs are positioned front and center, bathed in perfect lighting, playing stunning demo loops. But here's the trap. These are the lowest tier series from each brand. Best Buy knows that most shoppers make decisions based on brand recognition. You see Samsung and you think quality. You see LG and you assume you're getting something close to their flagship models. But look at the series number. That Samsung, it's a DU6900, the absolute bottom of their lineup. That LG, it's a UQ70 series. That Sony, it's an X77L. These are entry-level TVs with 60 Hz refresh rates, no local dimming, and weak HDR brightness that barely qualifies as HDR. The logo is premium. The series number is what actually matters. And here's what makes this especially problematic for seniors. They've trusted these brands for decades. They remember when Samsung, Sony, and LG only made high-quality products. They don't realize that in 2025, these brands also make budget models specifically designed to capture low-end market share. Here's the part Best Buy hopes you skip. They position these entry-level models in premium locations with premium signage specifically to create that confusion. You're supposed to see the brand and make assumptions. That's the strategy. So ignore the brand logo. Look at the series number, check the specs, and verify that you're getting real local dimming, real brightness above 400 nits, and a real refresh rate above 60 Hz. That's what separates a good TV from a mediocre one. Bright yellow clearance tags look like rare deals. Your brain thinks you need to grab it before someone else does. But here's the reality. Clearance and outlet tags often remove price match eligibility. That sale you think you're getting? It might actually be higher than the current online price, but you can't ask Best Buy to match it because it's marked as clearance. Clearance inventory is usually old stock. Last year's model, or a model that didn't sell well, or it's been sitting in the warehouse too long. Sometimes it's fine. But often, it's clearance because there's a newer, better version available for the same price elsewhere. And here's the kicker. Clearance items often come with less return flexibility. You might have 7 days instead of 15. You might face restocking fees, and if something goes wrong, you're stuck with fewer options. Seniors grab these deals thinking they're saving big. But clearance doesn't equal more savings, it equals less protection. Before buying anything marked clearance, check the same model's price on Amazon, Costco, and the manufacturer's website. Make sure you're actually getting a discount, not just a different set of rules that limits your options. Best Buy advertises a standard return policy, and most people assume it applies to everything in the store. But open box items, clearance models, and retail-only TVs often have stricter rules. You might have a shorter return period, 7 or 10 days instead of the usual 15. You might face restocking fees up to 15% of the purchase price. And if you're missing accessories, even minor ones like the remote's plastic wrap, they might refuse the return entirely. Here's the part Best Buy hopes you skip. Seniors especially rely on that return window for safety. They want to try the TV at home, make sure it works well, and return it if something feels off. But by the time they realize the picture quality isn't what they expected, they're already outside the return period or facing fees that make returning it financially painful. Most people never notice this until it's too late, so know the exact return rules before you swipe your card. Ask the sales associate directly, what's the return period for this specific item, and are there any restocking fees? Get it in writing if possible. Take a photo of the receipt with your phone. Cover yourself, because once you walk out that door, the rules change. Let's pause here for a second because I want you to understand something critical. The entire store environment is engineered to confuse you. The brighter lighting makes bad TVs look good. The demo loops hide motion blur and poor upscaling. The custom model numbers prevent price matching. The limited time tags push you toward faster decisions without doing research. None of this is accidental. It's deliberate retail design meant to move inventory, not help you make informed choices. So here's your protection tip, and this is the simplest, most powerful thing you can do. Always look up the exact model number on your phone before buying. If no reputable review exists from outlets, like Artings, Consumer Reports, or professional AV sites, walk away. No exceptions. Because the top 3 traps we're about to cover, these are the scams most buyers never catch, and they cost people the most money. Number 1 especially is going to surprise you. Let's keep going. Best Buy makes a huge chunk of their profit from protection plans. These plans cost $150 to $300 and often duplicate coverage you already have. Most TVs come with a manufacturer's warranty that covers defects for the first year. Many credit cards offer purchase protection that extends warranties or covers accidental damage. A $150 plan on an $800 TV is nearly 19% of the purchase price. For a product that typically lasts 5 to 7 years without major issues, you're overpaying for peace of mind. The same goes for membership programs. Best Buy pushes their membership plans hard, promising discounts and exclusive deals. But for most people buying one TV, those membership fees rarely pay for themselves. You end up spending $200 on a membership to save $50 on a single purchase. Most people never notice this, but the math doesn't add up. And the sales pressure around these plans is intense. They're trained to make you feel like you're making a mistake if you decline. They'll say things like, "Are you sure? What if something happens?" They're creating doubt and anxiety at the moment you're most vulnerable, right after you've committed to a big purchase. Protection plans are optional, not mandatory. Check your credit card benefits first. Review the manufacturer's warranty, and skip membership programs unless you're a frequent buyer who can actually recover the annual fee through real savings. Don't let sales pressure override your logic. Installation services and HDMI cables get massively marked up at Best Buy. Those HDMI cables they sell for $40 to $80, you can buy the exact same cable, same specs, same performance on Amazon for $10. There's no picture quality difference between a $15 cable and a $60 cable as long as both are certified for the HDMI version you need. And the installation fees stack fast. Wall mounting costs $150 to $300. Cable management adds another $50. Suddenly, your $800 TV purchase becomes an $1,100 total cost, and none of that extra spending improves your actual viewing experience. Here's the part Best Buy hopes you skip. Mounting a TV is not complicated. YouTube has thousands of tutorials. Basic mounts cost $20 to $40 and come with all the hardware you need. If you're not comfortable doing it yourself, hire a local handyman for $50 to $75, not a big box retailer charging 3 times that amount. Some people genuinely don't want to deal with mounting a TV. That's fine, but know what you're paying for. Don't get talked into spending $300 on installation when a local professional will do it for $75. Buy your own cables. And mounts online. You'll save $100 to $200 easily. And if you need help with installation, shop around for independent contractors who charge fair rates. It's your money, spend it wisely. Alright. Now we get to the number 1 scam, and this is the one that costs people the most money because it's the hardest to spot. Best Buy sells stripped-down, entry-level versions of Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs, and positions them as if they're standard models from trusted brands. Here's why this is so dangerous. Buyers think all models from big brands are roughly equal in quality. You see Samsung and you assume you're getting the picture quality Samsung is known for. You see LG and you expect the deep blacks and color accuracy LG built their reputation on. You see Sony and you trust you're getting their premium processing and motion handling. But that's not what you're getting. Let me give you specific examples. The Samsung DU6900 and DU7000 series. The LG UQ70 and UQ75 series. The Sony X77L. These are the absolute bottom tier models from each brand. They share the logo, but they don't share the technology. They have 60 Hz refresh rates, which means choppy motion in sports and action movies. They have no local dimming, which means poor contrast and washed out blacks. They max out at 250 to 300 nits of brightness, which makes HDR content look dim and flat. They're missing HDMI 2.1 features that gamers need. And they use older processing chips that struggle with upscaling lower resolution content. Here's the big reveal, the part that should make you angry. Retailers know that brand loyalty drives sales. They know seniors especially trust names like Samsung and Sony because those brands used to represent quality across the board. So they fill their showroom floors with the cheapest models from premium brands, position them under giant logos, and let brand recognition do the selling. You think you're buying a Samsung that performs like the Samsung your friend raves about, but your friend bought a QN90 series. You bought a DU6900. They're not even in the same category. It's like comparing a Honda Civic to a Honda Accord, same brand, completely different experience. And because these are often retail-only model numbers, you can't easily compare them online. You can't find detailed reviews, you can't verify the specs against other models, you're buying blind, trusting the brand name to guarantee quality, and it doesn't. This is the trap that feels the most like betrayal. Because you did your research, you chose a trusted brand, you thought you were making a safe, informed decision, and you still ended up with a TV that underperforms in every meaningful way. So here's the truth you need to remember. The series number matters more than the brand name. Always check for real local dimming, actual brightness above 400 nits, refresh rates of 120 Hz for larger screens, and HDMI 2.1 if you game. If the TV doesn't list these specs clearly, it's a bait model designed to move units, not deliver quality. Don't let a familiar logo fool you into thinking you're getting flagship performance. Because you're not, let's bring this home. We've covered a lot of traps today. Demo mode illusions that hide weak panels, retail-only model numbers that block price matching, fake open box discounts on worn display units, end cap bait models with premium logos but budget specs, clearance tags that remove buyer protections, return policy loopholes that trap you after purchase, overpriced warranties that duplicate existing coverage, installation upsells that triple your costs, and most dangerously big brand bait models that share nothing but a logo with their premium siblings. But here's the good news. Once you know these tricks, Best Buy becomes easy to navigate. Here's your clean, safe buy checklist. Search the exact model number on your phone before buying. If professional reviews don't exist, walk away. Avoid TVs with low brightness and no local dimming. Real HDR needs 400 plus nits minimum and dedicated dimming zones. Only buy open box, excellent. Every other grade is a gamble with display models and missing parts. Skip expensive warranties and cables. Check your credit card benefits first and buy cables online for 75% less. Compare prices across Amazon, Costco, and manufacturer websites. Make sure that clearance deal is actually a deal. Look for real reviews, not store tags. Marketing labels lie, independent testing doesn't. And most importantly, verify the series number, not just the brand. A Samsung logo doesn't guarantee Samsung quality. The spec sheet tells the truth. Buying a TV doesn't have to feel like navigating a minefield. Once you know the tricks, you'll always walk out with the right TV at the right price. You'll save hundreds of dollars. You'll avoid buyer's remorse. And you'll actually get the picture quality you paid for. Because informed buyers don't get scammed. They get deals. If this video helped you dodge a bad deal, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.